Hello everybody, my name is Diego de Pedro. I'm a PhD student at the Ensenada Center of Scientific Research and Higher Education. Today we'll share with you the talks describing the biodiversity in the Baja California Peninsula and analysis of current and historical data that I prepared with the help of Angela Nava, Armando Falcón, Neil Kov, Sara Ceccarelli, Eulogio Lopez, Philippe Sagot, Jorge Merida, and Remy Van Dam. Well, to begin, I would like to introduce you to bees. Bees are part of the superfamily Apoidea along with the speciform wasps. Also known as Anthophila, bees are classified into 7 families: Andrenidae, Apidae, Coletidae, Alictidae, Megachilidae, Melitidae, and Stenothritidae, the latter restricted to Australia. Bees are of great ecological importance as they are dominant pollinators of most terrestrial ecosystems, as well as being of great economic importance because they are pollinators of a wide variety of crops. It is even known that 55 species are pollinators of the 35 most important crops for humans. The greatest diversity of bees is found between latitude 30 and 40 in the northern hemisphere and around 30 in the southern hemisphere too. These regions are characterized by xeric and Mediterranean climates. One of the hot spots of the bee diversity is the southwestern United States and northwestern Mexico, where the Baja California Peninsula is located. The Baja California Peninsula has different biogeographic provinces, such as the California Floristic Province and the Sonoran Desert. These regions are highly diverse and host ecosystems such as the chaparral, the coastal scrublands, the California mountains, and a great variety of deserts with high floristic endemism. In addition, this peninsula is quite unique because it is parallel to the landmass. It also has a very complex geological history that gave rise to a series of mountain ranges that cross the peninsula along its entire length. So, what do we know about the native bees of the Baja California Peninsula? Well, in 1996, Ayala and collaborators made the last list of Mexican bees. In spite of the great contribution that this work has in the current knowledge of the Mexican bee fauna, they only reported 426 species for the entire peninsula. If we contrast these 426 species with the San Diego County checklist of more than 600 species, we realize that we have a lot more to explore. Just to give you all more context, the region that we are covering with this bar has the same landscapes that we can find in California, a state with approximately 1600 species of bees. But on the Mexican side, these landscapes are even more conserved. Well, the aims of this project are to study and document the diversity of the Baja California Peninsula's native bee species, to document the value of annual surveys in biogeographical unexplored areas, and to document the contribution of accessible digital database portals such as GBIF, IDIC-Bio, and SCAN to the knowledge of the bee fauna in highly diverse regions. In general terms, what we have done is collect all reliable historic records from digital portals such as GBIF, SCAN, EcoAftin database, and IDIC-Bio. Also, we have performed a total of 168 days of field surveys from 2019 to 2022 with a mean of 42 days per year. We have also visited some museums and collections as the Bee Biology and Systematics Lab, the San Diego Natural History Museum, the National Collections of Insects of Mexico, and the collection of the bee team of the Southern Border College of Mexico. As results, we updated the checklist of native bees of the Baja California Peninsula. We found 708 valid species plus 55 morph species. 586 of these species occur in the state of Baja California and 295 occur in the state of Baja California Sur. To corroborate what I commented before, 617 have also been recorded in the USA, and only 337 have been recorded in another Mexican state. These results show us that the bee fauna of the southwestern USA is a good proxy for the bee fauna of the Baja Peninsula. We also report 62 endemic species, of which 24 are endemic to Baja California Sur and 23 are endemic to the state of Baja California. If we contrast the results with the number of species reported in the latest Mexican bee fauna checklist, we increase the number of species of the Baja California Peninsula from 426 to 708. This plot shows us how the number of known species has increased in the Baja California Peninsula only using reliable records from digital databases. In the pink line, we can see the number of species collected per year since 1905. The blue line represents how many of those are new records, and the purple one shows us the accumulated new species records. So we can see here the historical peaks of new species records. The first one in 1941 with 24 species, the second and highest one was in 1953 with 28, and the last one was in 1980 with 20 records. And now you can see that more new species have been recorded than any other year in 2020, 2021, and 2022. And this is a result of more intensive surveys in a very unexplored region as is the Baja California Peninsula. Now I want you to see the light blue line. This line is showing the accumulated species records for the last 4 years' surveys. We have accumulated more than the 50% of the species records reported in more than 1 century. Just as an exercise to illustrate this, we calculate the Valle's probability of finding 26 new determinable species records the next year if we keep surveying with the same sampling effort. So we have recorded more than 26 new species in 3 of our 4 sampling years. And we have only been able to determine 277 species of the 607 morphological taxa that we have sampled. So if we perform the Bayes theorem, we find that our chances of finding 26 new determinable species are quite high, with 0.72. Well, now we can see how the different families contribute to our checklist. We have that Megachilidae is the most diverse family, followed by Apidae and Andrenidae. And if we look at the most diverse genus, Perdita, we see that it is even more diverse than the families Alictidae and Melitidae combined. Going forward to the discussion, I would like to elucidate that digital databases have contributed with 173 species that haven't been reported in the latest Mexican checklist. So we consider that uploading information to digital portals and databases is of great value for biodiversity knowledge, and using them is a great alternative and complement to a lack of resources such as time, money, and human resources. The visits to the 4 museums have contributed to 7 new species records, but there is still a lot of work to be done. We need to revisit the same collections and visit some more, and we consider that maintaining investment in museums and training of new taxonomists is fundamental for the knowledge of biodiversity. Lastly, our 4 years of surveys have contributed with 81 new species records, of which 52 are also new species records for Mexico. And we need to keep conducting field surveys in Baja Peninsula and other unexplored areas even in the 21st century. At last, I want to thank CONACYT for the financial support of the Master's and PhD scholarships, to CICESA and Posgrado de Ciencias de la Vida for the financial support to complete this project and the space to carry out my Master's and PhD studies, to the Gigi Foundation, to the FOSEC Semarnat, and to the Ruford Foundation for financial support for this project. And then you all for listening. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or if you want more information. Thank you.